Hi there again, it's Marcin here from Memrise. Last week we went over some of the challenges that some of you have said about learning languages and using language learning apps and how we're thinking about solving them. And today I wanted to walk you through some of our thinking about how we're going to be solving those challenges, particularly how we're going to be helping you actually speak in another language, and how we're going to be helping you build positive learning habits so that you keep up your good habit of learning to speak another language. Um, Today, I'm going to take you through a prototype of our upcoming product changes. This you can see this is a Figma prototype, but it illustrates the concepts that we're going to be shipping to you in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. So yeah, let's dive in. So yeah, this screen will be familiar to anybody signing up for the first time, anybody who signed up to Memrise before, as all this screen. Let's choose that we're a beginner. And here we see the first major feature that we're going to be launching. These are our word lists. These are going to be replacing the current scenarios and basically represent a return to these much more flexible, much more personalized word lists that you'll be able to use to tailor to your particular learning goal, and yeah, basically to tailor to your personal learning goal. We'll be launching with a couple word lists that are very that are tailored to some of the main reasons why you've told us you're learning another language. And then over time, we'll be adding the ability to create much more personalized word lists. So, for example, if you're a teacher and you've got a group of students who are learning from a particular textbook or to a particular curriculum, you'll be able to create a word list with those words and share with your students. Some of you might recognize that as the return of the functionality we had with our community word lists. And yeah, you're right. Some of that functionality will be returning, albeit in a slightly different form. But the thing to take away from this is that we're going to be moving to this flexible, highly personalized way of curating word lists that are much more aligned to your learning goal. So let's pick this one to start with. Again, a screen that will be familiar to a lot of you. We'll stay on the free plan for here. And so this will be the new home screen. It highlights some of the main features that we'll go over today. My lessons, we'll dive into that next. My words, and then up here we'll go through my activities, and we'll have a look through also the how the videos and conversations and buddies screens will look like. But let's first dive into my lessons. And this is a really important change from the perspective of providing you with a really diverse, enjoyable learning experience that importantly takes you through all of the types of exercises you need to go through in order to actually speak another language. We call these principles learn, immerse, communicate. So you need to learn words. You need to know some words in another language. You then need to immerse yourself in those words, so understand them in context when said when said by native speakers, and you need to be able to communicate using those words. So be understood by other people when you use those words in context. And the exercises you can see in your lesson plan here, which will be entirely tailored towards your skill level and the word list you've chosen, or the word list you have created in the future, to help you learn those words, immerse yourself, hear them said in context, and use them to communicate. You'll be able to skip individual lessons, but what you'll be able to see here is that we're maintaining all of the much loved features that we already have. So the spaced repetition, the learn with locals videos, but we'll be putting a much greater emphasis as well on your ability to use those words. So we're introducing much more regular pronunciation practice. We're introducing building sentences, where we'll give you the grammatical structures for building a sentence and you need to complete them. and conversation practice. So a much more gradual increase towards being able to actually speak in another language. The next area I want to show you is My Words. Think of this as your personal dictionary of all of the words you've learned using Memrise. And here you'll be able to see all of the words that you've learned. You'll be able to play them, and you'll be able to see how many of those words, for example, you've learned, how many of those you've heard in context, and how many of those you've used in conversations. Let's take this one for an example. So here you can see that you've learned this word 3 times, you've recognized it in 3 correct tests, and you've heard it 6 times across 3 native speaker videos, and you've used it twice in a single conversation. You'll also be able to replay a native speaker video here of how the word is pronounced, and importantly, you'll be able to launch pronunciation practice here as well. My journey remains much the same, but what you'll be able to see is that you're tracking your progress towards learning another language by the number of words you've learned, heard, and used. So now let's dive into the next area that will be changing, which is my activities. And we've said time and time before that what is really important is that you develop a really positive learning habit when you're learning to speak another language. And this is different from us, say, nagging you to maintain some sort of streak, for example, and is more about celebrating well-applied effort and celebrating the actual successes of learning words, of hearing them in context and using them successfully in conversations. Memrise is really about getting you to converse and speak successfully in another language, and we really want to peg your progress towards your ability in developing that skill. But developing a skill is always hard. You go through peaks and troughs of motivation, and the information that we're storing about your progress here, we'll be able to use throughout the experience to celebrate and congratulate you on some of the effort that you've been applying to the experience. Every prototype often breaks, but yes, this is a good glimpse into some of the upcoming features that we are launching on Memrise. These will be dropping in the next from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, but we're really excited by what is upcoming. I hope you are too, but let us know. Leave some comments in the comment section of this blog post. Let us know what you think and how you think you'll be using these. So thank you very much, and we'll be posting an update on our progress in delivering these in the next couple of days. Cheers.